First, I want to welcome you, Jean Francois Rauzier, to London. The occasion, of course, is the opening tomorrow, that's the 25th of November, of your first solo show in the UK here at the Waterhouse and Dodd Gallery in Cork Street in London.
Perhaps I could start off by asking you what exactly an hyperphoto is. So how do you define it, and how did you arrive at the term?
I create this term, of course, because he designed a very huge picture made by stitching hundreds or thousands of photography to obtain the image, the total image. But it's especially the term hyperphoto is to remind the hyper-realistic painter, because I think I have the same way of work than them. I think the interest of a subject is the detail, and we can have very ordinary landscape or city and or street and ordinary picture, but the details, with the detail, it's very interesting. And,
right.
It's the hyper-realistic painter's mind I have when I do my photography, and so hyperphoto for me it's not exactly photography; it's painting photography or hyper-realistic painting photography.
Hyperphoto combine art and photography and technology in a completely unique way. Do you regard yourself as an explorer or a pioneer?
I began this work about when at the beginning of the digital. It was about six years ago, and yes, I think 6 years ago I think I was a pioneer of this way, and now for me it's usual because I do like that since 6 years, and yes, perhaps a pioneer. I think I'm the first to because somebody tried to do a very huge picture. They say we will do the hugest picture of Paris or of a town, but just one. And me, I don't try to do the hugest picture in the world, but I have a new way to see the world. For example, it's funny because now I can't take an ordinary picture when I am somewhere. I can, if I want to do a portrait of you, I will not shoot in one time, but I will shoot your eyes, your nose, and your lip, because it's a different approach of the world.
Right. Now, you are an artist as opposed to an art photographer. So what we're seeing with these hyperphotos are not a collection of stills, but a series of many, many images bound together using a variety of digital software. Can you give us an idea as to how you've achieved these fantastic images and the technology that you've used to make them happen?
Okay, of course, yes, I use technology to realize my dream. And before the digital technology, I was a frustrated photographer and amateur painting and carver, because I have the technique in photography, but I can't realize my dream. And with the composition, the painting, digital painting, I can do exactly what I have in my mind. For that, the technology is it's not a photography for the technology, but the technology to realize my dream.
And the tools that you use, technology, the technology that you use in constructing these images, in stitching the individual images together, is that something you've developed over time, or do you use a variety of digital tools and applications, or is it something that you've developed yourself?
No, I use very usual application. It's Photoshop or other else, because I'm not I'm not informatician.
You're not an IT.
I'm photographer, so
yeah.
I use. Well, the only thing is now I use very powerful PowerStation because the files are very huge.
Yes.
40 gigabytes for a picture, so it needs a very powerful station.
Where do you look for inspiration in finding your subjects and your compositions?
First, often it's the subject who inspires me. Of course, I'm a photographer, so the subject is very important. And as it's a long way to do this work, and I need this long time to penetrate the subject when I am stitching pictures and working I visit the subject, and my mind began to dream, and my inspiration comes not exactly when I'm on place, but on the computer, because I shoot the subject in 1 or 2 hours, but after I spend night and days on the subject. I visit rarely, it's on the computer. As you, when you will visit the picture, you will see the detail and visit on the detail, always the detail.
Okay, that's really great. And I think probably what we'd like to do now is to perhaps walk over and take a look at a particular image that you perhaps can give us a feel in more detail for, which is called La Rose des Vents.
Yeah.
So maybe we could get up and go and have a look. Okay, so here we are. We're standing in front of this fabulous image. It's called La Rose des Vents. It looks to me like a group of bikers who are stranded in the sand. It's a very dramatic image. It looks obviously like one seamless image. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what's in.
Well, the name La Rose des Vents, because it's the name of the garage. It's garage, the name La Rose des Vents, and I was crossing France. The east of France, close to Germany, and I saw on the road, I saw this garage, so I stopped because it was very interesting. It's like lost civilizations, the first idea of the picture, and I began to shoot it in a different angle. So I think it's the east angle of the east face of the garage. And this is the opposite face, and I stitched them together to have this fantastic garage. And when I was shooting, those bikers, they are East German people, they stop and we just do things like that. It was very nice. And suddenly I have an idea to shoot them, because often I shoot on my landscape are very there are no human people on the landscape, but when I saw them, there was, as an apparition, they match the garage with their very old bicycle. It's Indian, very collector bicycle, and I them to stay here exactly like that to take picture, and I shoot them also in my hyperphoto technique, because I shoot in about 40 pictures, and they stay like that without any movement. It was very good.
So how long would they have had to stay still like that?
About 5 or 10 minutes, okay. Because they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 10 minutes and not move.